Okay, so what are the other options if you have a technical innovation? And this could be something which is done instead of a patent or in addition to patent, and that's the trade secret. As Sean said earlier, unlike patents or copyrights or trademarks, you don't actually file anything to protect it. You just don't tell anyone what you're doing, and you have to then try to protect it yourself. So up until recently, it was entirely state-based, or almost entirely state-based. But there are the Defend Trade Secrets Act passed a couple of years ago and did add certain federal trade secret protections. As I just said, there's no registration or filing, and it has to be something of commercial value, which is not generally known by the public. And what do you have to do for a trade secret? You have to take reasonable steps to maintain it as a secret. Doesn't mean it's impossible to copy or to steal. That's, there are limits, but you have to, put up barriers. You have to have people sign contracts and limit how many people you share it with. If you have this great idea and you want to keep it a trade secret, but you post it on your website, well, even if you had a trade secret before, you certainly lost it then. But if you take reasonable steps to maintain it a secret, and you, again, limit who has access, limit how they have access, make sure employees have signed agreements so they can't share it, then you maybe have a trade secret. And trade secrets protect you from someone else stealing it. So if a corporate espionage happens, or if an employee leaves and tries to take it, trade secrets are very powerful. If someone comes up with it on their own, they don't provide any protection. And the type of remedy and how much you get depends on whether the trade secret has been destroyed. If someone is trying to flee the country with your data and take it to China to copy it, you might be able to get an injunction to stop them from fleeing and to take it away from them. But if they haven't shared it yet, there may not be that much money involved. On the other hand, if you have a very valuable trade secret and they have shared it and it's now publicly known and has no value to you anymore, then there may be lots of money involved. And as I said, patents and trade secrets are not, you can't get a trade secret something which you filed the application for, but you may have something which you want to cover both ways. Because trade secrets cover know-how. So we talked about before, enablement and how much experimentation can be had, with claims of a patent. You may have something where you can file the claims for the patent. You described it, it makes a written description, it makes the enablement, but you have certain things which about how to make it better than the patent doesn't necessarily spell out. So some of those additional things could be know-how which you keep as trade secrets. And that's pretty common in like the pharma space. And it's worth, pay attention there, and then making sure if you're licensing out for someone else to make, that you, along with licensing the patent, also, license the know-how and make sure that they are also keeping it safe. Because if you have an agreement with another company and share a trade secret with them and don't have them enforce the same protections you're enforcing, the trade secret may be blown and you may not have any remedies.